Hello, welcome to this episode of Dreamers to Doers. I'm Sameer Desai, founder of Seagull Advertising, and today I have a very senior expert in both the professional side as well as in academics. I have Miss Shaila Kagal with me. She's one of India's early trained women in the US who went ahead to the US for a post-graduation, and at that time even chose to come back to India. Started with an engineering company, has been in engineering in corporate for 30 years, and then moved on into academics with Symbiosis, helped shape their IT training institute called the Symbiosis Centre of Information Technology, and after which she's also been on the advisory to the Deputy Director of Symbiosis, Dr. Vidya Yerodekar. Ms. Shaila Kagal, welcome to this episode of Dreamers to Doers.
Thank you so much.
You've achieved a lot.
It's a pleasure.
You've achieved a lot in your life. What I understand, a total of 45 years of working career.
Yes, they have been excellent, fruitful years for me, and I have enjoyed every day of that career.
Ma'am, when I look at this, you went to the US at a very young age.
Yes.
In which year did you go to the US?
I went there in 1965.
1965.
Yes.
That must have been also the peak of the Cold War?
Kind of. I don't recollect.
Okay.
But had a, very nice reception by an American family, and had wonderful time.
Okay.
As a student, as well as.
So was it usual in 1965 for statistics and mathematics graduate to go to the US to study, especially a lady?
Well, not so much, because very few women went abroad to study. But I had a precedent in my family.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So who was that?
My aunt was at Philadelphia she did her doctorate at Pennsylvania.
In which subject?
She was in political science.
And when did she do that? In which year was that?
That was prior to 1965, when I was still in school.
Wow.
So that was kind of like, a precedent in the family.
But very progressive family, I must say.
Well, my father, he was the greatest enthusiast for making all the daughters study higher and higher.
Fantastic.
So that's how I was probably one of the first few from my town to go out of town.
So which town are you from?
I'm from Bagalkot.
Wow. So you did your schooling there?
Yes, I did my schooling there, and my father said,
So very quickly to understand, what was your father doing in Bagalkot?
He was a lawyer.
Oh, so he's also very highly educated.
Yeah, he was. But he believed in education for everyone, not just women or men.
Okay.
So in our house, there were always a few relatives or other students who
also
studied.
wanted to study. Fantastic.
Yes.
So tell me, ma'am, at a time when you went in 65, maybe your MS must have been, you did your MS.
Yes.
In the University of Washington.
Yes.
Yeah. And after that, what made you come back to India? Was that a thing? Did your aunt stay back in Philadelphia after her?
No, actually, my dream was at that time to become an IAS officer.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Because that was my father's dream.
Okay.
And he always used to kind of inspire us to become IAS officer. So I thought that when I would come back and go in for IAS. But when I came back to India, my first stop was at Jamshedpur, because my father had passed away by then.
Oh, sorry.
And so I was visiting my sister. And their Tatas were recruiting the, young graduates.
Okay.
So I tried for.
and obviously they must have
selected
somebody like you.
There,
yeah. Okay. So then this episode is called Dreamers to Doers. So the original dream was an IAS officer.
Yes, originally it was that.
Yeah, but you in your career, you have shaped a lot of people's future.
Yes.
So in that sense, you can help create India either be in a sense of IAS, but in a different manner you've done that process.
I am truly very, very proud to see many of my students doing extremely well in their professional lives.
Fantastic.
A large number of them are all over the world, I would say, from almost in every country.
Fantastic.
Wherever there is an IT company, and they are there. Not just there, but they are occupying prestigious posts almost everywhere they are occupying.
Excellent.
I am extremely proud and very happy to see whenever they get in touch with me and some come to see me. And
so ma'am, when you tend to explain in this brief conversation prior to this episode you had with me, you mentioned how you've been fortunate to work with visionaries, companies, whether it's corporates or with Symbiosis, when in the early stages when things were being shaped up. One tends to believe that probably your life has been very comfortable, or have there been challenges either as a lady or in early stages of technology? So can we talk a little bit of the challenges that you may have had?
Sure. Actually, it's a woman professional is a very rare thing in Indian scenario.
Okay.
I remember that when I was working in Tisco, there used to be, these monthly meetings, and there used to be a large table.
Okay.
And there were all these men, and I was the lone woman sitting on that table.
Okay.
When Controller of Finance and Accounts used to conduct the meeting, and there used to be a manager, I would say, or financial controller or deputy financial controller, with whom I had to work quite a bit. And he used to make a lot of fun of me. He was a humorous man, and I happened to be the butt of his jokes many times.
Okay.
So, but it was enjoyable, and I had tough customers to deal with.
Okay.
But fortunately, my projects were successful, so it was easy to get around them.
Okay. So is that still true today? If women are going into the workforce, are they finding it difficult?
Well, it's much better now.
Okay.
Although I did have the unique value in the sense that in a big crowd, I used to be the only one.
Okay.
A big crowd of professionals. And I used to get the opportunity to be a part of committees and things like this.
Okay.
Because of my unique position also.
No, so that is so. What you're saying is, because you are in a sense a minority.
Yes.
You got the opportunity to represent or be part of many important and strategic meetings.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So it helped me in a way.
Okay.
To kind of understand the business, the management, the processes, and it was a great thing.
So just let me ask you, when you actually joined IT, it was not really known as IT in the way we see it now. It was known more as data processing.
Yes.
Which was there. It was reporting into finance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Is it very similar to the initial stages that you find of AI right now?
Very much so, because when I started my career, it was, most people would just consider programming as the career.
Correct.
Just programming as the main career. But actually, there were very few educational institutes in India. IIT Kanpur was one of them.
Okay.
Which produced good IT professional, rather the students. They had some very good programs. But other than that, most others got trained on the job.
Okay.
So that's how most of these early set of computer professionals got.
So you've seen in a sense, now we call it technology, we call it IT. Now, in fact, technology itself has become a business,
Yes.
right? You
Yes.
have companies.
Yeah.
If you look at Google,
Yeah.
for example, we in the media business, we look at Google as an advertising company. But if you ask Google how they define themselves, they say we are a tech company.
Yes.
So they don't look at themselves as a advertising company. If you look at something which is our daily life, like a Zomato or a Swiggy, you know, we look at them as somebody as convenience. So I want to get anything. You know, today you can even buy an iPhone from this Instamart and Zepto.
Yes.
Okay, so we see them as probably convenience or delivery businesses, but they seem to see themselves as tech businesses, as IT companies. So is with an Uber, you know, an Ola.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, when you started off in the data processing of Tisco, did you think IT would become so integral that in our life, if my Instamart is not working, people started panicking?
Not at all. Not at all. Because at that time, the main, especially in Tisco, the numbers were so large. For instance, if I recollect correctly, there were 37,000 employees.
Wow, in those days.
In those days. So, you know, any scheme, even say there is a, you know, new pay structure is coming, it was on such a scale that one had to implement, that we were mostly focused on getting how the processes.
So basically what you are doing, payroll systems?
No, fortunately at Tata's, all applications were, you know, in the making.
Okay, really?
Yes.
At that time?
There was inventory control, there was financial accounting, there was production management, there was OR, which is not spoken about today. It's operations research.
Correct.
And it was very much an integral part of our work.
Oh, so you had systems for all these, a computer system?
Yes.
Or what they call computer systems, or what do they call?
Yeah, they were applications basically, we used to call.
Applications.
In payroll application, inventory. So we used to be.
So tell me, you know, when you mentioned in our earlier conversation, you were saying that you began your career as a programmer.
Yes.
And you had to join a company because you couldn't have a laptop at home to learn programming, right?
Yes,
So whatever learning you did was on the job.
Yes.
Right? Now we're getting into a scenario, of course, because of AI, that you don't need to know programming at all or coding, right? And where you just need to know what you want as output and you can get this. So there's a big change that has happened, and probably we don't know what the next 20 years future would be like, right? I want to ask you, in education, you joined in 1999. Has there been a similar change, shift in education that you see happening?
Actually, in IT, almost every few months, I would say, not even years, the change took place.
Okay.
Because, for instance, when I started, you know, SCIT, that time, web was considered as a
big thing, right?
Big thing.
Yeah.
And we had one specialization called web technology.
Okay.
So web was something, because every few months a new chip used to come and new technology used to be, you know, coming up. That's also was a challenge for an educational institute.
Okay, to keep up with this change.
Yeah, because if you don't keep up with all these changes and remain with the...
So ma'am, I'm going to ask you a question. Seeing how you've seen IT or computer science, programming at its initial stages, right? With those big machines, those big rooms. Yeah, you've seen IT learning at its very base level. Yeah, but that kind of learning was not there. Assuming, you know, this particular podcast is also viewed by people who are entrepreneurs, who desire to launch something new. If I was an entrepreneur wanting to get into the tech business today, what is the kind of advice you would give that person? And it's okay, you know, nowadays the willingness to take risk is much higher. Just out of the blue, what would you think they should do today?
I don't know, in a way that, because these days people think totally differently.
Correct. Yeah.
They are not at all in the same mold as we were brought up. So any idea becomes a big thing, you know.
Okay.
Just anything that you take.
Let
and
me
you
frame this a
make
little
up-
different. Let me frame this a little differently for you.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. That ideas are coming from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just evolve, and you don't even realize that there could be a new area of learning.
So
over
if you
here
were
or
today,
this is-
suppose the Miss Shaila Kagal has now gone to the US, has done her MS, and lands at the Mumbai International Airport, how would she look at the world today?
oh my God, I will be lost.
Yeah.
I will be lost because there are so many things happening around you in technology, in business, in everyday life.
So would you say there is a world of opportunities?
Yes,
Yeah.
large opportunities, but at the same time, getting into that groove is getting more and more difficult.
Okay.
Because earlier there were very few areas in which you would be able to do things, newly. So now there is such a large number who are entering into these areas. There is a whole lot of competition, as well as what you would call, you require a specialized learning of that particular area.
Correct. Get it. So specialization is very important. You're saying
These
sort of
days-
okay.
Because it's
highly focused.
It's highly focused, and you kind of have to know that thoroughly, in depth, to be able to succeed in that.
So I'm going to
area.
come to you the question on academics. Suppose you are once again, suppose it is not 1999 when you chose to work on SCIT with Dr. Muzumdar. What if Dr. Muzumdar were to call you today and say, let's launch a new institute? What is it that would you do?
He has already done that.
With AI?
AI. Because he's always in time with the world, He is too quick to identify
To
that
spot.
Okay.
Okay.
And then get into it. So
Okay.
he's already done that, and I'm sure many graduates will come out.
So what you're really saying is that it's no longer sufficient to teach just computer science. Probably that is gone. It's now to understand how AI can be
Yes,
playing a role
yes,
and what the
yes.
future of AI
Yeah.
could be.
Yes. Actually, when I joined Symbiosis to start SCIT, my focus was not just programming or technology.
Okay.
It was more on, trying to, fit the graduates into the industry that was evolving.
Okay.
Because IT was not just, a technical aspect. It had to solve management problems, business problems.
When did IT start solving life problems? Because now what I've seen, so I know the business angle, and that's how even the languages came up, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But when did they become life problems, solvers of, because anything in life today, if I want to be, whether it's convenience, whether it's finance or stocks, I want to book tickets, everything is, when did this happen? Did it happen in your watch, or has it happened recently?
It reminds me of an interesting episode that happened with me. I was working with Thermax, and we were developing a product for doctor's office.
Doctor's office?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
To,
Appointment setting.
an appointment, and then keeping the case history and everything. So this product was almost ready and was about to be, rather it was not fully ready, but about to be launched. So we were invited by this Association of Doctors, Medical Association.
Medical Association, okay.
And I was there to present our product. I presented the product, and then soon after, one or two doctors came up. One first said, he said, you don't need any such product. All that you have to do is a 6 months course in programming, and you will be able to do your own work. And I was sitting there. Another doctor came. are you sure we will be able to do? He says, very easy. I have just finished one course and I know how to do the programming. So I will be able to tell you how to go about it. And there is a course which teaches you programming in 6 months. And we were sitting there unable to, capture the attention because everybody was busy trying to figure out how to get into the programming part of it.
Wow. Okay.
So the Doctors Association, instead of looking at a product, started looking at the programming language. So that was the kind of atmosphere where we had to make a breakthrough.
Okay. Okay. Now I see that doctors are at the front of things.
Oh
right?
yes,
they're absolutely.
they are very well equipped with the technology. Some of the doctors' offices, I'm very much impressed.
Really?
Yeah, extremely.
So, ma'am, I'm just want to come towards how I see this leading into. There are young people. You've worked with young people significantly, and specifically in the academic part of your career. What is the message you would give to young entrepreneurs, young professionals? This is a very, very, the way I see it, a very optimistic India, okay, where many people are not looking at just jobs or careers. Many people are seeing opportunities. So what is your message to them? How should they look at life, and what, in your opinion, the next 15, 20 years of India offers?
In fact, right now the situation is so dynamic. It keeps changing so quickly that you have to remain with the technology, the changes that is, and the world has become very competitive.
Okay.
So it's not enough knowing just what you're doing, but you have to know
more surrounding
so business in or the atmosphere around you in which you are going to be working, so that you will be able to fit into the changes that are taking place.
Okay.
It's continuously evolving time, So I think it's much more challenging for the youngsters today than probably what it was for us to get started as professionals.
So I think what you're really suggesting is, if I had to interpret it, is that they'll have to accept change.
Yes.
They will have to reskill continuously.
Yes.
And probably accept the fact that they may have to have multiple careers. If they had to have 45 years, like you had 45 years, you had two phases of your career, right?
Yeah.
One was IT, we call it IT now, but in that sense, the second was academics.
Yes.
Yeah. How many shifts do you think if somebody who today starts off is going to work for 45 years?
Oh my God. It's hard to imagine what is going to be in future, firstly. So I don't know how many changes one has to make, but one has to be prepared for new challenges that come. I don't think we can be satisfied with one kind of a skill, one kind of a job anymore. It has to be continuously, especially in IT. I think
you'll have to keep evolving, keep moving.
Continuously, you'll have to be changing as new technology comes up.
So great, thank you, ma'am. And for those watching viewers, here is a lady who's been different. She's chosen to come back to India, worked in IT, the way we call it today, IT, for 3 decades, and then in academics. So I hope you find this episode very interesting, a lot of inspirational work. And the last message from her is that things are not going to be easy. You'll have to keep evolving, keep learning, keep growing, and probably reskill yourself many times. Thank you, ma'am, for being on this episode.
Thank you.
And it has been a pleasure talking to you after such a long time.
I enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.